Welcome to the Guided Soul, where we're tuning into our soul on a daily basis. We're getting on key in every area of life. I wrote in my journal today for an hour, and then I meditated for another hour. I'm just saying, the tools tune you in. I really feel more tuned into my present than I've ever felt in my life. And it used to be that I felt tuned in when I thought of some future event or a future time frame in my imagination that then felt like I'll be happy, or that then will put me in this place of fulfillment and joy and presence. What I have been tuning into and discovering, learning, experiencing is that having a vision and having future plans is an important factor in the navigation of what you're doing on your day to day. Without a soul guidance or a compass letting you know that you're on the right path, it's understandable that people feel lost or not certain, not happy in where they are. So having a vision and having a roadmap of where you're going is important. I'm not disqualifying that. And I've tuned into mine, especially in the last about 9 months, when things just kept becoming more and more clear on what that is for me. Because as I've said before, I did take the time to do nothing and to allow myself to not know and not have a very specific vision or direction. I felt like I had that my whole life, music, artistry, songwriting, building a studio, developing artists, creating curriculums, education, spiritual, all of those things were very much my passion and what I felt guided to create. And I did. And when it all exploded, unexpectedly just went, I also took that as a huge indication, a huge sign that it was time to take a step back, not move in the same direction, and not keep going in a way that was forceful or made shit happen. A lot of the energy creating all of that did feel like force, and I can look back at my childhood and recognize the way I processed certain events, that I was handling life, certain people, the way they treated me, obviously family, friends, the environment. I interpreted it in ways that felt like I did have to force and I did have to make things happen in order for me to. And that is understandable. That is a human condition. And there is some of that in terms of, no, actually, I don't even think there is some of that these days. It's more about when your soul is asking of you to move in a certain direction, that direction isn't going to have some feathered nest laid out for you the whole time. It comes with challenges that we need to overcome, limiting beliefs. We need to overcome patterns of stuck emotions in our bodies. And that is not easy, that is challenging. It's not about force, it's about using tools to remove the stuck energy in your body so that you can freely move in a direction, so that the alignment of your full, complete soul's communication and direction is available for you. I've been experiencing that a lot lately, where things are coming into my experience without force, without making anything happen, whether it's people reaching out and wanting my help, wanting breathwork sessions, wanting advice, direction, and a lot of other things that are just naturally happening, but I am showing up and doing the work. Today's message is really about the tools that tune you into your soul's communication. There's always a navigation. And some of us are tuned to our fears, tuned to our minds, separation, nature. It wants to keep us safe. It wants to keep us in a familiar place. For a lot of us, familiarity is fear. Familiarity is anxiousness, not having enough money or lack of love. That to some people is familiar. So when you're interested and you're wanting to experience more love, more abundance, more safety, more inspiration, more creativity in your world, but your mind is keeping you in a place that is familiar and safe, then you're not actually moving in that direction. Facing those challenges of reconditioning your body, like releasing those stuck energies from your body. All of these tools that are there for the purpose of tuning you into more of who you really are, so that you could live a life of freedom and creativity and love and joy and peace and harmony and abundance and prosperity. We all deserve that, and it is all ours to experience. We have tools to know where you really are, creating a 5-step process, know where you really are, get clear and honest with where we are. I had to do that for myself, and it was not pretty in a lot of ways. Second one is where we see ourselves, where we want to go. Third step is, what support do you need? What's the plan? What's the support? The fourth step is, you're implementing the plan, assess it, what's working, what's not, adjust it, and in that adjustment, you're reaching where it is, what it is you want to be, and then you got to do it all over again. That's steps 5. We just do it all over again, because this is a moving, energetic, life is always happening. The universe has its own rhythm that is related to ours, but sometimes our rhythm may be slow or stuck in a certain vibration that is not in harmony with the speed of which the external is progressing. It's all a balance, it's all a relationship. But what we do have control over is our internal state, our ability to harmonize with this external, to harmonize with our soul's calling, with our soul's communication, to harmonize our mind body, our heart body, our physical body, and our spirit body. Especially the spirit, because that one is intangible, that one is not physical, which is why we have the ability to choose. We have the ability to be deliberate with what spirit it is we choose to experience or to approach any challenge, any situation, any moment. And then if we line that up with our soul's perspective of it, you get all 5 of those bodies working in harmony, your life becomes magnificent, full of love, full of joy, full of peace, full of harmony. And when challenges arise, you can assess, you can tune yourself to those 5 bodies by which we all operate on and get ourselves on key. And because it's always a moving motion, this ever-evolving, beautiful life, we're never stagnant, things never stay the same, everything changes, then we get to dance with that. We get to play with that, and we get to create beautiful symphonies and beautiful pieces of art and beautiful music and beautiful drawings and beautiful posts. That's what it's all about. So, yeah, it's okay to be off key. It's okay not to always be on key. Look at people. It's okay to not always be on the right note and not always harmonize. But that discord, that dissonance, it's just feedback. If it doesn't feel right, we get to tune our vibration. We get to shift and assess and be like, oh, okay, is it my mind that's out of tune here? Is it my heart? Is my heart actually not tuning to my soul, which is love and unconditional? Is it tuning to fear and judgment and all that stuff? What about my body? Is my body tuning to my soul's calling, or is it tuning to these patterns? Is it tuning to these fear-based, lack-based, condition-based patterns that I picked up along the way? And what is my spirit tuned to? When we harmonize all 5 of those, or all 4 to the 5th one, which is the soul, the source, whatever word you want to say, things really get good, feel good, create beautiful art, music, life, conditions, relationships. That's what it's all about. So I wish you a harmonious, beautiful, loving, peaceful symphony of a life, of a day, of a moment. And I hope to see you next time, beautiful soul. Much love.